So yeah, just before you start watching, like there's a spoiler alert here. If you haven't read the book and you want to read the book, that's fine. You can just click out of here. But if you have read the book and you want to hear my opinion, you're more than welcome to stay. And yeah, it's like there are spoilers from now on, and yeah, so just if you don't want them. Hi everyone. I just took a shower and I've had a really long day, so excuse my very bare and tired face. But I'm back against the books, and I'm back in general. I cleaned my room, which was so nice. And I thought a good way to finish off this wonderful day would be to rant a little bit. Because in my last video about like my October wrap up thing, I talked about To All the Boys I've Loved Before and P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han, which I have some very strong feelings about. And I thought it could be a video in itself. If you didn't know, I gave both books 2 stars. I have very strong feelings about this, and the only reason they actually got 2 stars was because I was mildly entertained. And now this is no like hit at Jenny Han. I'm sure she's a great person. Her writing isn't like, the language isn't bad. But I have a lot of issues with the books in itself, and like the theme and the plot and the characters and the way the characters react, and there are a lot of things. So I thought, why not start off with the first book in this series, which is To All the Boys I've Loved Before, which, if you didn't know, here's a quick recap. This girl called Lara Jean, who I'll get back to, like writes love letters but doesn't send them to like end her crushes or whatever. But then one day they're sent out, and they kind of know, and then the dude next door who her sister is dating gets a letter. That's not good. A lot of people get it, and then she gets into this like fake relationship with a dude named Peter who also got a letter or whatever, and it's just, honey, it's a mess. So I'm gonna start with that one because I want to take it book by book and then go to like the common mistakes, I guess. Generally, Lara Jean is really annoying. Like, she is such an annoying main character. Like, I don't think there was one moment where I actually felt bad for her, or where I like kind of felt like, yeah, she's a pretty good girl, I guess. She's so annoying. She's entitled, she's spoiled out of her way, and it's terrible. She's really, really, really childish. Like, I know she's supposed to be, what, 15 or 16? Yeah, she can drive, so she must be 16, like in the books, and that's fine. But she definitely didn't act the way I acted when I was 16, or how my friends who are 16 now act. She's really just stupid. She doesn't really have a lot to offer at all, other than the fact that she's good at scrapbooking, which is a fun little hobby, and I like that it's like put in there, but she's never like, not in this book at least, like there's nothing to do with it. It's just there as a skill, but she has no other skill. Like, she can't cook, not that she has to cook, not that, but she can't cook, she can bake, but she can't really do anything else. And I don't know, I think she gets like mediocre or like good grades because she like tutors Peter at some point, but I don't think like she never like excels or like shows that she's actually clever, because her conversations are just dull, and she's dull, and she's just boring and annoying, and she's like so judgmental. It's insane. She judges her friends Chris and Jen so much. It's insane. Like, it's no. Like, because Jen isn't her friend anymore, but she was. But Jen and Chris like have sex, and they're like slutty girls or whatever, but they're like different kind of slutty, and it's just horrible. Like, all in all, like, she really judges them a lot for having sex, and she, like, the entire thing of sex in this book I find is very American, and I have an issue with it. But I really have an issue with it because I don't think that's a message we should send to, like, young girls, especially because this is a very, like, or young boys for that matter, that, like, you shouldn't have sex before marriage. Like, she has a deal with her sister about that they made in, like, I don't know, 5th grade or something, and it's so stupid. And then when she finds out that her sister had sex with her boyfriend, she gets so mad. What I also really dislike about Lara Jean is, like, she's the embodiment of I'm not like other girls, which is a thing that I hate so much. Like, I hate it because it says that other girls are worse than you, and it says, like, you're better than them and whatever, and I'm just really mad at that. Like, I don't know. No, I'm actually really disappointed that someone thought that would be a good, like, character to make, that I'm not like other girls, because she doesn't like to have sex, and she doesn't do this, and she's just mental, and she's just, Moving on to the plot. I think the plot is, like, the letters being sent out. That's, like, the start of the plot. And then the plot becomes, you know, they have, like, a fake relationship. And we all know where fake relationships go. Like, we all know that they don't remain fake all the time. Like, they don't do that. And also, like, no normal person would ever be like, yeah, I'm gonna have a fake relationship just to pretend that I'm not in love with the other guy. That's not a normal thing to say. Then you just say, I'm not in love with you. Like, you lie. Like a normal person. And, like, for real, I've read, like, fan fictions, bad fan fictions, that handle this exact plot better than this book. And I'm not saying because the language, and, like, it's really good, and it's a fluent book, and it's a good YA, but, like, it's a good YA language-wise, but plot-wise, it's just not. I'm just not having it. It's a love triangle trope, which is something that I, for one, hate. I know some people kind of enjoy it, I guess. Maybe. I don't. I hate it. I think it's the worst trope. I think it should not exist. And I hate it so much. Because it's not even realistic in this case. Like, she's so annoying. I cannot believe that 2 guys would be in love with her at the same time. Like, no. No, just no. I just need this love triangle. Like, aren't we all kind of over it? Didn't Twilight kind of do, like, they did it and then we didn't need more? Also, the ending, because in the end we get told that it's Kitty, her, like, kid sister, who's also hella annoying, but that's another part. That she was the one who sent out the letters, but the letters are sent out the day after, like, Kitty gets really mad at her sister. I knew, like, I don't know, as soon as the letters disappeared and I don't know, it was just like, I wanted that plot twist. I wanted it to be her dad or something, or fucking hell, her older sister. Like, I am so mad that they just went with the most obvious choice that I just knew. I knew from the beginning, and I was so annoyed. It was just so predictable. Why would you do that? No. I'm generally just really done with that book. And then I read the second book in hopes that maybe, as other people have said, Lara Jean has matured a little. And she sort of has. I have to admit, I still didn't like the book. Like, the thing is, I found this book really cute. But on the other hand, I also found John Green books cute. And that does mean they're not problematic as hell. So let's get into that. Let's get into P.S. I Still Love You. Oh yeah. In, like, the beginning of the book, at some point, I read it on an ebook, so it was like 17% in or something. There's this assumption that all males just want sex all the time. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, there's a conversation, I think it's between Lara Jean and her friend Jen, who's the slut, remember her? Yeah. Where they talk about sex, and Lara Jean is like, do you think he wants to have sex with me, or whatever the fuck it is that she says. And Jen is literally, like, Jen straight up answers, he definitely wants it, he's a guy. What? No, that's not how the world works. That's just not. Men don't want sex all the time. And, like, no one challenges this. Like, if a character says it, and you challenge it, then yeah, that's good. But if you're just like, yeah, I guess we'll just let her say that, then it's fine. No, it's not fine. It's stupid. Then there is a general, because oh wait, I didn't explain the plot, you know. So basically there's this video from the, like, it was taped during the first book, but it was released during the second book, of like Lara Jean and Peter, who are now dating, like making out in a hot tub, and it looks like they're having sex apparently. So it's like a revenge porn thing. And of course we all know who did it, because we're not stupid. It was Jen, Peter's ex-girlfriend. And we know this from the beginning, because we just have brains. And Peter keeps being like, no, it wasn't her. And Lara Jean kind of goes like back and forth and being like, maybe it was her, maybe it wasn't her. It was her. Let's get on with it. There's no plot twist. We know this. But yeah, so anyway, this guidance counselor comes up to Lara Jean, and she's like, you're better than that. And like, this is where I got some sort of respect for Lara Jean, because she's like, better than what? Better than who? And that's cool. And like, that's character development, considering she spent the entire first book shitting on Jen and Chris for having sex. But still, like, she didn't say it out loud. She didn't, like, it's still, like, there. It wasn't that challenged. I think it's a problem. Oh, God. That's at one point where the line, "we are a meme," was literally published in a real book. Why? That didn't need to be there at all. No. Just... that was so cringy. I actually wanted to die. Yeah, and like, basically Lara Jean breaks up with Peter because he's still friends with like Jen. Straight up another dude falls in love with her, which is super unrealistic because she's still a pain in the ass. All in all, I don't get how these books became this popular at all. Like, I just don't get it. I for real don't get it. And I wish I did, because then I could pinpoint every single mistake everyone who's ever purchased and liked these books have made. I'm not saying that you're a bad person if you like the books, of course. I don't get it. They're not that good, and they're so problematic. And again, I am reading them, or I was reading them. So I mean, I guess Jenna Hanna is doing something right, and good for her. Like, get all that money, girl. No. I'm really annoyed that these books got this popular. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm really excited to share that with you. If you don't follow my Instagram, you won't know, but in December I will be writing a large paper, 15 to 20 pages, on the Christ symbol in Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. Just Harry Potter in general, but I'm analysing the Deathly Hallows, and I'm really excited about it. It's going to be really interesting, but that also means that I'm going to be real busy. Not that you expect me to post, I guess, but I won't. And then, like, almost immediately after, I will be going to Egypt with my family. I'll just say it now and say happy holidays, and I hope that you have a great December holiday, Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. That's about it. Bye.